I'm sorry, I don't follow. I don't understand.
One of the revolver cases in your brother's room is missing. Do you know where it may be?
I'm not permitted in Eric's quarters. I suppose he must have taken it with him. I don't understand.
It seems you and Mr. Boddington were to be engaged. Were you as thrilled at the prospect as your brother?
Mr. Boddington is not how I had imagined my husband. But it was Eric's choice. I didn't dare dispute it. I don't understand. I'm sorry, I don't follow. I'm sorry, I don't follow. I'm sorry, I don't follow.
Thank you for your time, miss. I found burnt letters in your brother's room. I believe they were addressed to you.
To me? From whom?
They appear to be from some of your suitors. Why did you burn them?
I didn't. I didn't even know about them. Eric, he never said a word. I don't understand. I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, I don't follow. I don't understand. I beg your pardon?
Thank you for your time, miss. Excuse me, just one question.
Officer, you should ask someone else. I've no idea, honestly.
Help me, please.
I'll gladly tell you everything I know, officer.
Help me, please.
Friend, you're lucky there is something I know about this.
Portrait of your brother in your room. Beautiful to be sure, but one detail drew my attention. Why did you add gunpowder to your black paint?
You entered my room? I thought you were only inspecting Eric's.
It is standard procedure, Miss von Staub. Now, tell me about the gunpowder.
Eric's art was his shooting, and this painting is my tribute to him. It felt appropriate. We're both artists in different ways. Oh, please, let me mourn my brother.
Is this familiar to you?
That's a question I can answer. Please come in, sir. The gentlemen are waiting for you on the training ground. Down the stairs.
Fancy. Not every manor has a custom floor.
That is the von Kramkress, the old Prussian noble family. They must be patrons of the club.
How often do you think they check the submission box? My application deserves prompt consideration.
Get him. Can I come through now? Take a rest, my friend.
I'll put you 6 feet under.
It's all yours now. Go. Hello there. Do simple. The snuff's ready. Take a rest, my friend. I thought we were against murder. Oh, you killed him.
Dodge this! I can miss the party.
No more crime for you until next day. You could have kept him alive. I thought we were against murder. Hey, you could have kept him alive. Don't cry, give him the pepper snuff. I suppose you'll tell me
It was self-defense, right? Because from where I'm standing, it looked like murder.
Clever system. A nice apricot aroma. Marillen schnapps, I presume. Half full. Two glasses with dregs of alcohol. Should I pour us a drink, John? Glass crushed underfoot with damp traces still visible. The same ingredient was used in the dueling revolver's ammunition. All these places are perfectly secluded, ideal for private duels.
Finish the job, murderer. But know this, I will not go easily.
Calm yourself. The name is Sherlock Holmes, and I'm here to investigate the murder of Erich von Staub.
Surely you jest, after the massacre you just unleashed.
Your compatriots attacked me, and I responded in part. The outcome was regrettable, but unavoidable.
Just get on with whatever you came to do. I don't trust a word you say.
So you are Mr. von Kram, one of the club's best shots, the referee of the deadly duel, and the prime suspect of the case.
Heinrich Vögen von Kram, but you're incorrect. I am the best shot at the club, and I had nothing to do with Erich's death.
Your clothes tell a different story. The dirt on your trousers confirms your presence in the old ruins, and the red stain on your jacket is from the wax-covered gelatin your club uses for non-lethal rounds. I suspect you took a hit from the other duelist after Mr. von Staub was shot dead. A better shooter would have avoided it.
I am innocent, but if you persist in your slander, that may well change.
Fine. Answer my questions and prove me wrong. Otherwise, I shall simply inform the authorities we have our man.
First violence, now blackmail. Ah, well, I have nothing to hide. You may even search my surrounds.
So, what transpired in the old ruins?
Everything began as normal. The signatures, choice of weapons. I checked it all, and then blindfolded the duelists. Erich stood to my left, and his opponent, Mr. Dorfman, to my right. Before they could begin, the killer fired. And I'm sure it was not Dorfman.
Why are you so sure?
The sound was different. Not a Webley revolver, and further away. The killer must be an excellent shot to hit the heart.
What transpired after the shooting?
I heard Erich cry out and fall. Mr. Dorfman turned and fired at the killer, but I shouted at him to stop and help. I tried to save Erich, but it was too late. He was gone. I can't help you with this. I can't help you with this. I've never seen this before.
You have a nice collection of pistols, Mr. von Kram.
Ah, a fellow connoisseur of firearms. Did something catch your eye?
What caught my eye is a missing Lamat. Where is it?
Ah, that one. I lost it in a bet. A rare failure of mine.
A bet with whom?
That's private, Mr. Holmes, and unrelated to your investigation. I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't help you with this. I don't know what you're talking about. A fortune to you, perhaps, but a trifle to me. Our debts ebbed and flowed. In our next contest, there was every chance I would win it back. Erich was too concerned about all that. Frankly, he often lacked the demeanor of a nobleman. His progressive tendencies could be grating. I can't help you with this.
Last year, there was a similar incident in which a duelist died. What can you tell me?
A tragedy. I shot too well, and my opponent stumbled from the impact. He slipped and fell down the cliff. I regret it all. I have not participated in a duel since. Instead, I only take the role of a referee and supervise the proceedings for safety. I swore that no other club member would die in a duel. Alas, someone else intervened. I've never seen this before. I don't know what you're talking about.
As it happens, a Lamat .42 caliber revolver was discovered at the crime scene. You said you were missing a Lamat, yes?
I did, but my Lamat was a .36 caliber.
And you can prove that?
My word is proof enough. If I said it, it is true.
I'd like to speak with the other competitor.
He left the island. Mr. Dorfman was sure that the killer was after him. He is innocent, I assure you.
Indeed, from his position it would be impossible to fire the bullet at such a downward trajectory, but he was a witness. Shame.
Your ability to perceive the world can be developed with work and concentration.
Recordings labelled in Braille. Doesn't appear to be the happiest childhood. Cecilia von Kram with Heinrich, Cologne, 1864. Mein Wunder. A remarkable tool to conveniently enhance anything. I could use one for my analysis. Addressed to Heinrich von Kram and written with a nervous hand. Arrived just yesterday. You and Eric were competing for the position of honorary consul, yes? Quite the title.
We were, but he stood no chance. Only a true nobleman could take such a role.
Difficult for him to contest it now. I need to be elsewhere. There must be more you can recall from the day of the duel.
I wish. My eyes make me a poor witness, I'm afraid.
Yes, your blindness. An affliction since childhood, one presumes. No scars on your face, and you carry yourself with confidence.
I'm starting to see your worth, Mr. Holmes.
But this limitation developed your other senses and made you an excellent marksman. So, tell me, did you notice anything else?
I do recall a floral smell. Something artificial. It was sweet and fresh and came from the direction of the killer. I can't help you with this. I can't help you with this. I can't help you with this. I've never seen this before.
Do you recognize this scent?
Yes. This is it. The smell I noticed at the ruins. Where did you get it? Do you know who killed Eric? Tell me his name.
I need to be elsewhere.
Boudoir.
Going on a trip, miss?
No, I'm leaving permanently. This place brought me nothing but sorrow. I am sorry. What do you want?
I think the time has come to be honest with each other, Miss von Staub. I'll start with my confession. I misled you in our previous meeting. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I do not work for the police.
What? I don't understand.
In actuality, I was independently investigating your brother's death and came to an unexpected conclusion.
How? Why?
It was not a tragic accident, miss. It was cold-blooded murder. And I know the culprit.
No. Who is he?
Nice try, but as you well know, I'm talking to the culprit right now.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Certainly not. Allow me to explain how you killed your brother. The missing box in your brother's room contained a Lamat, the same weapon used for the murder. You stole it to kill your brother.
What? No. Eric was obsessed with guns. I bet he simply left that revolver somewhere else.
Yes, it was left somewhere else. The crime scene. Abandoned in panic, a typical feminine response.
No, I've never been to that cursed place.
You hid behind the wall in the ruins. None of the others present could have killed Eric from that position. Both the duelists were blindfolded and Mr. von Kram is ill-sighted.
So nobody saw anything? Your imagination has run wild.
Ah, but you forget one thing. A blind man's other senses grow stronger. Mr. von Cram detected a lavender and pine scent. That of your ointment.
You're taking the word of a sightless man. This is monstrous.
It is your brother who was monstrous. He was a tyrant and you could tolerate his abuse no longer.
Living with Eric was a nightmare, yes. But he was my brother.
Now, Miss von Staub, take your time. Tell me the truth.
After our parents died, my life slowly became hell. My brother began to humiliate me. Then he became violent. Each day he'd invent a new punishment. Shut my room, burn my paintings, starve me. And without fail, I would be beaten. All visits were forbidden, all contact verboten. I was his caged bird, his pet. When we did go out, he used me to bait influential people. He sold me to Mr. Boddington simply to earn a place amongst this island's elite.
Was that not freedom from your brother?
He sold me as a thing, sir. Who do you think this gentleman was? I could not endure more cruelty. Mr. Holmes, I'm begging you. Please don't do this to me. Don't throw me from one cage to another.
The law is the law and murder is murder. You should have sought freedom through more civil means.
The sickness of men runs deep. You dare speak to my civility. You dare tell me what I must endure. All of you are the same. You may look down on us, but make no mistake, we are staring up at you, and one day there will be a reckoning.